When Ford introduced its first F-Series truck in 1948, few people could have predicted how much that pickup would shape American roads, jobs, and culture. The original F-Series wasn't just another truck. It was Ford's first purpose-built post-war truck platform, designed from the ground up for durability and real work, instead of being adapted from a passenger car chassis like earlier models. The first lineup was called the bonus-built trucks and ranged from the F-1 to the F-8, covering everything from light-duty pickups to heavy commercial haulers. These early trucks used simple but dependable inline-six and V8 engines, manual transmissions, and strong ladder frames, giving them a reputation for toughness that would follow the F-Series for decades. In the early 1950s, Ford refined the formula. In 1953, the F-1 became the F-100, and the lineup adopted the three-digit naming system that is still used today, including the F-250 and F-350. These trucks became wider, more powerful, and more comfortable. Features like automatic transmissions, radios, power steering, and power brakes slowly started to appear, helping pickups appeal not just to workers, but also to everyday drivers who wanted one vehicle that could do everything. By the late 1950s and early 1960s, the F-Series continued to evolve. Four-wheel drive became available, opening the door for off-road use and rural buyers who needed extra traction. Ford also introduced the twin I-beam front suspension in the 1960s, which significantly improved ride comfort and durability. This was an important turning point, because it made the truck feel more stable and comfortable on normal roads while still being tough enough for hard work. Through the 1960s and early 1970s, the F-Series slowly transformed from a pure work tool into a multi-purpose vehicle. Cab designs became roomier, interiors more comfortable, and engines more powerful. More people started using trucks not just for work, but also for family transportation, towing boats, and weekend adventures. Ford recognized this change and began designing its trucks to handle both jobs and everyday life. In 1975, Ford introduced one of the most important names in truck history, the F-150. Until then, the main light-duty model had been the F-100, but the F-150 was designed to sit in a sweet spot between light-duty and heavier trucks. It offered better capability while still being easy to live with every day. The F-150 quickly became the most popular version of the F-Series and would eventually become the best-selling vehicle nameplate in America. Around this time, Ford also introduced extended cab options, allowing trucks to carry more passengers and making them even more useful as family vehicles. During the 1980s and 1990s, the F-Series entered a new phase of refinement. The trucks were redesigned with more aerodynamic shapes, improved interiors, and better road manners. Features that were once considered luxury items, such as air conditioning, power windows, power locks, and upgraded sound systems, became common. Safety and emissions standards also improved, and Ford responded with better engines and more advanced engineering. By this era, the F-Series had already become America's best-selling truck, a position it would hold for decades. A major milestone came in 1999 when Ford separated its heavy-duty trucks into the Super Duty line. While the F-150 continued as the main half-ton pickup, the F-250, F-350, and larger models were redesigned specifically for heavy work. These Super Duty trucks featured stronger frames, bigger engines, and much higher towing and payload capacities. This move allowed Ford to dominate both the light-duty and heavy-duty truck markets at the same time. As the 2000s and 2010s progressed, technology became a central part of the F-Series identity. Ford introduced turbocharged EcoBoost engines that delivered strong power with better fuel efficiency than traditional large V8s. In 2015, Ford made one of the boldest moves in truck history by switching the F-150 to an aluminum-intensive body. Many people doubted the decision at first, but it proved to be a success, reducing weight, improving performance, increasing payload and towing capacity, and improving fuel economy without sacrificing strength. Modern F-Series trucks became rolling technology platforms. They gained advanced driver assistance systems, large touchscreens, over-the-air software updates, onboard power generators, and highly advanced towing aids. At the same time, Ford expanded the lineup to include everything from basic work trucks to luxury models with leather interiors, premium sound systems, and high-end materials. The F-Series was no longer just a tool. It could be a work truck, a family vehicle, a long-distance cruiser, or a luxury vehicle depending on how it was equipped. In 2022, Ford took another historic step by introducing the F-150 Lightning, the first fully electric F-Series truck. It delivered instant torque, quiet operation, and the ability to power a home during outages. It showed that even the most traditional truck in America could move into the electric age. However, as the market shifted and demand for fully electric trucks proved more uncertain than expected, Ford later announced plans to end production of the Lightning and focus instead on hybrid and extended-range electric trucks that combine electric driving with gasoline power for longer range and more flexibility. Throughout its entire history, the F-Series has achieved a level of success unmatched by any other truck line. It has been America's best-selling truck since the late 1970s and has often been the best-selling vehicle of any kind in the country. More than 40 million F-Series trucks have been built since 1948, making it one of the most successful vehicle lines in automotive history. But the real impact of the F-Series can't be measured by sales numbers alone. These trucks helped build farms, cities, highways, and businesses. They became symbols of hard work, independence, and reliability. They also changed how Americans think about trucks, turning them from simple work machines into all-purpose vehicles that fit into every part of life. From the simple, rugged pickups of 1948 to the advanced, high-tech machines of today, the Ford F-Series has constantly evolved while staying true to its original mission: to be tough, capable, and dependable. That is why, more than 70 years later, the F-Series is still not just a truck, but a piece of American history and truly the truck that changed America.